Hello everyone, I hope this video finds you in good health. Welcome to Ethica Yes. Today we are going to discuss an extremely important topic with regards to public finance, taxation and subsequently a part of your Indian economy syllabus. Now, why does the government tax the public? The only objective is to garner more and more revenue which the government will use for the administration of the nation. So for all governments, the aim is to garner as much revenue as possible. The more tax revenue, the more funds the government will have to give the public more subsidies, more incentives, come up with more schemes and may take India forward for in the path of a welfare state. Now again coming back to the question, how will the government garner more and more revenue? Will the increase of tax rate subsequently increase the tax revenue? For example, if today the overall tax rate is 10% and we are getting a revenue of say 1 lakh crores. If we double the tax rate from say 10% to 20%, will we see the subsequent increase from 1 lakh crore to 2 lakh crore of tax revenue? Let's answer this question. Now, this is the curve famously known as the Laffer's curve. This graph exactly shows that if we increase the tax rate, the tax revenue will increase, but only till a certain point. Thereafter, it will decrease. Why? Now, say the government has put 100% tax rate. What do you think will be the tax revenue? 100% tax rate means whatever you earn, all of that goes to the government. If that is the situation, no individual will be motivated enough to work because whatever he is earning, everything is taken up by the government. Similarly, if the government's tax rate is 0%, then naturally there is no tax, the tax revenue is 0. So from here we understand, even when the tax rate is 0, the tax revenue is 0. Also when the tax rate is 100%, the tax revenue is 0. The revenue increases, say from 0, today the tax rate is suppose 0% and we increase the tax rate to 5%, there will be an increase in tax revenue. 10% further increase, 15% further increase. This is the highest point. This is the highest point. Now there is no such exact figure or exact rate as to that tax rate will garner the maximum revenue. There is no particular tax rate, but it is roughly around say 15 to 20%. So we see in 0% tax rate we are getting 5 lakh, we are getting 0 tax revenue. Say around in 5% tax rate we are getting 5 lakh crore tax revenue. In say around 10% tax rate we are getting 20 lakh crore tax revenue. Thereafter, when our tax rate increases 17% to 18%, we are maximizing our tax revenue. Thereafter, there is a decline. That means people are either evading taxes. That means if the tax rate is much more than what the people like, say 35%, 40%, 50%, the people are thinking we need to evade taxes. We are not going to give the tax money to the government. Or they are not even motivated to earn whatever income they were earning. So overall tax revenue decreases and it decreases further, and as we had discussed, if it is 100%, the tax revenue is absolutely 0. From this concept, we get to another concept of tax elasticity. That is percentage change in tax revenue by percentage change in tax rate. This gives us the figure that whether our change in tax rate is successful to garner more tax revenue. For example, say we have increased the tax rate from 5% to 10%. So percentage change in tax rate is 100%. It has exactly doubled. Tax revenue has increased from say 15 lakh crore to 20 lakh crore. That is 33%. Right? So this is 33% by 100% is, that gives us 0.33. One third, that is 33%. So for every 100% change in tax rate, we are getting 33% change in tax revenue in this case. Now let's take it forward. If after this say 10% or 15%, now we increase the tax rate from 15% to 30%. Again, we have doubled the tax rate from 15% to 30%. So the percentage change in tax rate is 100%. But as per this graph, we are seeing in 15% the tax revenue was say 30,000 crores. In 30%, the tax revenue is say around 20 lakh crores. So it has decreased, negative growth, that has decreased by minus 33%. Right? Minus 33%. How minus 33? It was 30 lakh crore, now it is 20 lakh crore. So the decrease is 10 lakh crore divided by 30 lakh crore, that is 33%. The calculation is not important. What is important is, despite changing the tax rate, your tax revenue has not increased, in fact it has decreased. So if this number, this tax elasticity is more than 1, that means the percentage change in tax revenue is more than the percentage change in tax rate. That means your increase in tax rate has been successful to increase the tax revenue. That is the very objective of putting taxes on people, right? And if this tax elasticity is less than 1, that means your increase in tax rate has not been able to subsequently increase the tax revenue as much, right? So this is a big indicator for policymakers so as to how much tax rate should they increase. If the increase in tax rate is not generating tax revenue, why would they increase the tax rate, make the people suffer and also not generate revenue, right? They will only increase the tax rate when the revenue increases, so that they have more tax funds and they can use those funds to administer the nation. That's all for today. Thank you. And for more such informative videos, do subscribe to Ethical Yes.